Hello everyone and welcome back to Inua, a story in ice and time. And let's just continue where we left off. Let's get back here. So we have more dialogue options to go through. What did I have left with you? Oh, okay, it's a new one. Let's go through everyone else first. Language? I learned a few words from the Inuit I met in Greenland all those years ago. Thanks to what they taught me, I can almost have a proper conversation with Kumat or Atuat. Of course, if they speak too fast, I'm completely lost. Oh, it's a start. I daren't say this in front of my shipmates, but it's a stroke of luck that these Inuit have agreed to help us. Their knowledge of these lands greatly outstrips our own. Finding food, protecting us from the cold, knowing where and when to stop. We wouldn't have survived 2 weeks without them. No, I can definitely believe that. I wonder, what was the meaning of that strange sun Suluk carved on the hull of the Terror? Maybe it's something to protect us? We need all the help we can get. No, I mean, it was something to do with the connection between those two. Their fate, I guess. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm beginning to like their language. The sounds are unusual, but they resonate with me somehow. Thanks to the Inuit, I feel as if our chances of survival have soared. I'm beginning to enjoy their company too, even if I can't understand most of what they say. It makes a change from miserable old sailors anyway. What was that drawing of Suluk's? A wheel? A sunset? Whatever it was, it seemed like he did it for Woodruff's benefit. Yup. Actually, I'm gonna wait with you. Not a fan of him. Okay, Atuat. If Suluk wants us to learn the Kalunat's language, there must be a reason for it. Yeah. I would have never imagined I would one day walk side by side with Kalunat. These people, this row of boats stretching like a line of seals on the ice. It is like nothing I have ever experienced before. Sometimes when I play the Kilaut, Suluk goes into a trance and draws strange symbols on the ground. I think the one he carved on the Terror's hull comes back often. Oh, interesting. Okay, Mechanican. I hope they're not plotting against us in their strange tongue. If there's one man who can get us out of this mess, it's Woodruff. He thinks we should walk south. We walk south. He'll lead us all home, I believe in him. Ever since that business on the Terror, he's been like a man possessed. William told me about a strange symbol the Inuit leader carved on the Terror's hull. He can carve what he likes on that wretched boat, and it can sink to the bottom of the ocean for all I care. The thing was cursed from the beginning. I mean, what do you expect naming a boat's Terror? That's bound to go bad. And horribly wrong. If God wanted us to communicate with these savages, we would share a common tongue. It's all there in the Bible, therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. Yeah, but saying that, you basically say that, oh yeah, humans, according to your god are meant to be fighting each other and killing each other and basically annihilating each other. Gee, does that sound like the Jesus that you preach about? I wouldn't say so. You know, turn the other cheek and all that. So, yeah. I hate that we're being led around by these godless Eskimo. That's a weird spelling of it, but I guess that's the French spelling. We've been through so much, freezing half to death, surviving off scraps, even killing one of our own, all for what? May the Lord grant Woodruff the strength to guide us, at least he is a good Christian. When Woodruff engraved his name on the terrace hull, Suluk imitated him with a symbol. No idea what it meant. Strange, strange people. Hello, Natar. Us learning the language of the Kalunat? I do not see what good that will bring. But if that's what our Angakuk saw in his trance, we should do as he says. Honestly, I'm not a fan of him either, but he's better than Henry. I would like to believe that this encounter will bring us good things, but I do not know if I can trust them. The sign that Suluk has engraved referred to a legend. A very old legend told from generation to generation. I don't understand what that story has to do with the Kalunat's boat, though. I don't know. Hello, Kumak. If Suluk thinks it is helpful to learn the language of the Kalunat, I can try. If I can imitate a caribou and a polar fox, why not a Kalunak? The Kalunat's customs are strange to us, but we're not so different. Good. We need food, shelter, community. We're all at nature's mercy. Yeah. Suluk sees things, he knows things, he does things. He always has his reasons. Alright. Alright. Broken circle. Not the first or the last. What the devil is he talking about? Alright. Planks. What's the point of keeping a pile of rotten old planks? I mean... history? Wait, that symbol.
Something bothering you?
Oh, it's nothing. Probably just a coincidence.
Is it though?
I love coincidences. Care to share?
Well, okay. Follow the line I'm making with my finger. Right here. It might sound crazy, but I think I've seen this before. I don't know, maybe I dreamed it?
You dreamt it?
I don't know. I've been having these weird dreams lately. Maybe it's all the coffee I drink.
Or maybe not.
Last night, there was this giant bear and... Why are you asking me this?
Because dreams have importance to the Inuit.
I have something that might interest you.
For my article?
For your article and not for your article. It might interest you either way. But you have to be prepared to listen.
That's why I'm here, Sammy. I told you.
Oh, you've told me plenty, but I'm not sure how much you listen. We're arriving at the port. You ever been on a quad before?
Alright. Ah, more story. Or? No, okay. Now we get it. Hello.
Most animals kill only in proportion to their needs.
Yep. Not humans, though.
Others kill out of fear. But this fear causes an illness that festers when not addressed.
Yep.
Suluk understood that the only cure was to make the wrong right.
The very wise polar bear, Suluk.
Well, this is the place. I'm gonna start a fire so we don't freeze to death out here. Hope the ride wasn't too bumpy.
I promise I will never complain about Montreal public transport again.
Come on, it wasn't that bad.
Mm.
Okay, maybe it was that bad.
So why do you want to show me this place? What's so special about it?
Remember that symbol you showed me from the Terror?
Uh-huh.
I've heard elders talk about seeing something similar at this Inuksuk.
Okay. Not exactly what I'd call a solid lead, but since I can't get back on the research vessel, it'll have to do.
Okay, I guess I can take a look around.
Okay. Anything else? Or is that it? Like cairns. Taina explores the site. Inuksuk. The Inuksuk. If I remember correctly, there it was. That letter with the symbol the elders told me about. Didn't want to show it to that jerk Alan, but her, I should trust Nuna and show it to her.
Hey, look.
What have you got there?
I found something between the stones of this Inuksuk. Some kind of tin cylinder. It's got a note inside written in English.
Is it from the crew? I'm just a messenger, and I'm not even sure what the message is. But I had to bring her here. She saw that symbol. It can't just be a coincidence. It's destiny or fate. Inuksuk. Why would the Inuit build an Inuksuk here, out in the middle of nowhere?
Sammy, do you know what this Inuksuk means?
Not sure really, but whatever it is, it's not a good omen.
Oh.
What makes you say that?
For the Inuit people, human-shaped Inuksuk sometimes act as a warning.
Okay.
Someone may have died here or they were murdered.
Oh.
No, their spirit is haunting this place.
Okay. Great. Out in the middle of nowhere with a guy who believes in ghosts. Some lead this is. Hey, don't knock it yet. I came all this way, might as well hear him out.
Are you going to show me this letter, or are we just going to stand around till we freeze to death?
Sure, take a look. See that symbol? Looks kind of like the one from the boat, right?
Yeah. What the survivors of the Terror, and they came here with Inuit? June 14th, 1849, left HM ship Terror, 22nd of April, having been beset since September 1846. Oh wow. Made our way south, harsh conditions. Oh right, he couldn't read and write before setting out, so yeah. Men becoming weaker by day, headaches, no game, cursed? Simon Woodruff. And the symbol is the same one from the Hull of the Terror, the one I saw in my dream. Who is this Simon Woodruff guy? If he was an officer, well, no. On the Franklin expedition, I would have seen his name before. He was just a sailor. He sure didn't spell like an officer. My copy editor would have a field day with this. This says something about a curse? Those poor saps, they must have been losing their minds. But there has to be a logical explanation for all this. And if I was the one to crack it, it would make my career. What were they going through? What were they thinking when they wrote this? Probably that things weren't going very well. Oh, it was already a thing there. Come on.
One moment, William. Let me finish my message. And enough with this commander nonsense. Now, what is it?
Sir, this place is exposed. And with this blizzard coming, shouldn't we think about leaving soon?
Indeed we should. The problem is Suluk.
Oh.
His condition has deteriorated, and he's too weak to walk.
Do not worry about me, Sam. My journey goes more far than here.
I hope so, Suluk, because Suluk? Damn. He's fallen
I don't
unconscious.
think he meant his body when he said his journey goes further than here.
William, quickly. There's something wrong.
I'll do my best, Commander, but the Inuit have been showing signs of weakness for some time now.
We all have.
But this is different. It's not just exhaustion, it's... Well, I don't know what it is.
Some doctor you are.
Well, I mean, for one thing, it could be the fact that they've been exposed to you. Honestly, because you might have diseases that hadn't been introduced to their people. I mean, it could be that simple. And, yeah, you know, they can be reacting more harshly.
I never claimed to be a doctor, you raggedy-assed.
Enough bickering. There has to be a rational explanation.
If there is, we may not have time to look for it. We're freezing out here.
We must find some way to help the Inuit. They're counting on us. Reuben, see if there's anything we can do for them.
Aye, sir.
Okay. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Ah. William examines Suluk. Simon realizes the source of the illness. Reuben leaves supplies behind for the Inuit. Huh. Ah, there was more than that. Alright. Equipment. Inukshuk. That thing reminds me of the tomb at the end of Buchan? I don't know. In Dunkeld Cathedral. An eerie sight, to be sure. Of course, around there you can always go to a pub to cheer yourself up. We'll need every piece of equipment we can carry if we're to get out of this alive. Piling rocks, is that the greatest achievement they're capable of? Seriously? It's a landmark. They should see our great cathedrals, they wouldn't believe their eyes. I know our equipment is supposed to be our best asset for survival here, but I'm not sure I'll be able to drag those damn boats 2 feet further. Atuat explained to me that some Inukshut are used to bring down game, a bit like scarecrows. But this one, I don't know, it's ominous somehow. We can't just abandon the Inuit in the middle of nowhere like this. There has to be some way to improve their chances, if only to ease our own
Commander,
guilt.
if we have to leave now, I'd like to give a few things to our friends.
You're a fine lad, Reuben. I was thinking along the same lines. What do you propose?
I'm not sure. A lamp could be useful in the dark. Binoculars might help them spot game and plan a route ahead. But with them too weak to hunt right now, I think some of our food would be helpful too.
Commander, I appreciate the help these folks have given us, but that's more than we owe them. We have to think of ourselves right now. We'll need that food if we're to reach the mainland.
We've travelled side by side for months, Josephus. Have you no compassion for your fellow man?
Obviously not.
Reuben, do as you see fit. I trust you to help the Inuit without endangering us.
Understood, Commander.
Okay. I'm not gonna go to that one yet. I'm gonna check the others first. If our Angakuk dies, this Inuksuk will be used to warn all Inuit who pass through here. Friends, no one should ignore the place where a great shaman has died. It is likely his Tarnik will stay here, haunting this place. So Tarnik is Inuit for spirit, I guess. These things are as useless as they are heavy, and their food is awful. As soon as their strength began to fail and we stopped, they started to build this Inukshuk. Maybe it's one of their rituals to protect themselves against dangers they don't understand? No, they were, anticipating Suluk's death, I think. If we lose the Inuit, we won't have the manpower to drag our gear any further. One problem at a time, William. Natar had us build this Inukshuk. He seems to believe this will be Suluk's final resting place. I hope he's mistaken. I'm not sure all the Kalunat agree with him, but Reuben Campbell is a generous man.
Thank you for the food, Halukalak, even if it burns my stomach.
Kalukalak. Okay.
I'll admit it's not fine dining, but I hope it helps you and your people, Atuat. I only wish there were more we could do.
This structure is foreboding, but at least it can be seen from afar. It could help to attract the attention of a rescue mission. Well, not an Inuit one. Wishful thinking. It's not much, but I hope these items offer our Inuit friends a greater chance of survival. Giving away half of our sodding gear? Madness. That Reuben lad is soft in the head, and what's worse, Woodruff agrees with him. It's cruel, but in times like these, you have to look after your own. I just hope we don't regret giving away half of our food. Alright. Tin cans. Right. Anything else? Don't think so. Ugh, there goes my appetite. I'm guessing there's no point trying to light this. Damn, bet those ass kissers back on the boat would love to get their hands on these. Yup. These cans look like the ones that were pulled up from the tower.
How did those cans end up here?
Looks like the sailors left some of their food behind.
Yeah.
You mean nobody's touched them for a century and a half?
Possibly. With an Inuksuk like this, people tend to avoid the area.
Yeah. Nice catch. If only Dr. Gervais could see me now. This definitely looks like it could have belonged to the sailors from the Terror. Guess I was right to trust my instincts. Oh. We have to face facts. If we can't rouse Suluk, there's little we can do for him. We need to find out what's wrong with him, and fast. Suluk is a powerful Angakuk. His illness is a bad sign. Even Kumak is sick. He can barely hunt. Usually nothing affects him. Are we being poisoned by the Kalunat? Do they want to kill us?
You seem
No.
concerned, Atuat?
I am, Willia. I can hardly see Suluk's harmonic.
His... Kaumanik?
Harmonic means light. I can feel his light weakening. I'm worried about him.
This poor fella doesn't look so well at
What
all.
do you think, William? You don't buy this talk of curses, do you?
I'm no doctor, Commander.
And I'm no commander, William. But we're making do as best as we can. Come. Speak your mind.
I've spent enough time with doctors to see how the human body can confound men of science. But in the end, there's always an explanation for everything.
Yep.
Any thoughts?
Scurvy, botulism, typhoid, maybe. For now, I have no idea what the disease is. Those medical books we brought from the ship's library could shed some light on the matter.
Okay. Well, let's go through the curse on everyone. These people are dying, we can't stand around waiting for it to happen. It's cruel, but we have to move on without them if we're going to survive. If Woodruff wants to stay here out of loyalty, then he's no better than the Cretan Gore on the Terror. We must make it back home. I made a promise to Moira. I don't understand. How can the Inuit be so sick, but we're barely affected? Is it something we've brought upon them? If it is, I could never forgive myself. Stay strong, Atuat. I hope you and your people get better soon. I need to find a way to help you and your people. Something, anything. Maybe with the right equipment, your chances of survival would be higher. Only, I have no idea what we have that would be useful to you. Right, you're the one that I was supposed to click on. We're cursed. Cursed! The expedition, the crew, even these savages, this godforsaken land, this hellish wind, those rocks, cursed, and this wretched toothache. Oh Lord, what have I done to deserve this pain? Well, you're an asshole, so... What has happened to Suluk? What is this evil that devours him? Did a Torngok seize him? I don't know what that is. I feel we should never have trusted these Kalunat. It is all their fault. Let's have you first. Medical book. I took this book from Good Sir's library before we left the Terror. I knew it might come in handy. Let's compare this chap's condition to the symptoms listed in the book. His abdomen is neither swollen nor taut. This would rule out typhoid fever. He's clearly suffering. Simple indigestion wouldn't put him in such a state. Cramps could point to dysentery, but that isn't the case here. Fingernails normal, no thickening of the skin. If it is scurvy, he displays none of the usual signs. No traces of edema at the ankles. Strange, that's usually quite common in scurvy patients. Most strange, Suluk's gums are healthy. Most scurvy patients lose their teeth. No fever either. If it was typhoid, he'd be burning up. Undilated pupils, that rules out botulism. But the features of his face are contracted. He suffers from a headache, clearly. Seems like this poor chap was poisoned. I can't see any other explanation.
Well, William, what's your verdict?
But by what? What were the cans made of? Weren't they tin cans? That doesn't make sense then. Although no, tin does poison as well.
We can rule out scurvy, typhoid, or dysentery. The only possible diagnosis left would be some sort of poisoning.
It is a sickness of the unbelievers.
Oh, shut
it
up.
devours them from within.
They are simply not used to the metal you're using to, contain your food.
Better that we don't risk catching it.
You can't.
Please, Henry, spare us the sermon.
If we had someone with real medical training, we could figure out what poisoned Suluk. Whatever it is, I just can't shake the feeling that this is all our fault. Yes, it is. They've survived in this hostile environment for centuries, thrived. Then we show up. You don't need a medical degree to work this one out. Exactly. Cause and effect. The Kalunat are restless, but they can do nothing against the poison that kills Suluk. I hope Kumak will come back with game, although I doubt Suluk has the strength to eat. I didn't have much hope, but now it's clear we can't be of any help to Suluk and his people. I need to rewrite my message. I'll make it clear that we have been unable to determine the cause of their illness. If, by some miracle, a rescue mission happens upon this place, it might just buy them some time. No, because they will avoid it. The Kalunat thought they had the medicine to understand Suluk's sickness, but Angakuit, like Suluk, face evils that ordinary men cannot comprehend. Let's get him out of the way. If they poison themselves somehow, there's nothing we can do for them. They did not poison themselves. We should leave them to their fate. They would do the same to us. Because, Atuat said that it burns her stomach when they eat it. So obviously, it is the food. If only we could take their fur coats. It's not like they'll be needing them for much longer. Seriously? I've not been feeling good for weeks. I hope I haven't caught this sickness of theirs. No. They seem to love that dried meat of theirs. Could that be the culprit? But if it was, why would they get sick now of all times? No, it has to be something else. Yes, your food! Obviously, they have been eating the dried meat for ages and have not fallen ill. Then they start eating your food and they fall ill. Gee, what could be the culprit? I think I need to go back here. I came all this way, might as well hear
Well,
him
are you
out.
gonna show me this letter, or are we
What?
just gonna stand around till we freeze to death?
Just because he
Sure,
changed the
take a
message?
look. See that symbol? Looks kind.
Yeah. Oh. What the? Yeah. Met. Yeah. Inuit who helped us, but they fell sick. May leave behind, but will offer supplies. Sounds like the Inuit were brought down by some kind of illness? But what was its source? And why them and not the sailors? Maybe there's a clue in some of the items the sailors left behind? Yes, that. These are the same as the cans we found on the
If the sailors
Terror.
left cans here, it must have been for a reason.
Maybe they got sick of eating the same old stuff.
Take
No.
it from someone who worked freelance. Eating crap is better than starving to death.
Yep. Damn. Must be tough having a fancy media career. Let's take a closer look.
Didn't one of the scientists say something about canned goods in the 19th century?
Yes.
Maggie, I think.
I don't know. They always make me stay with the Zodiac.
It was the sealing process. The
Yeah.
lead they used to seal the cans
Lead,
contaminated the food. European sailors back then would have built up a tolerance for lead.
But for the Inuit, it would have been a hell of a shock to the system.
Yep.
You could be onto something there.
Yeah. So the sailors' food caused the curse? Hardly surprising. It wouldn't be the first time their solutions caused more harm than good. Let's go here first. Oh, he's got the lead as well. Let's start with him. What if it was the food, the cans, the material they are made of? Game has become so scarce of late, we've been eating more canned goods than usual.
Take a look at these cans for me. Does anything strike you as odd about them?
Let me see. You're right, sir. The lead solder on the cans is damaged. It's turned green. It's flaking. But if it's the canned food, why aren't we sick too? We've been eating it for years.
That's precisely it.
Yeah.
We each had a lifetime eating slop in the Navy. Or as the Inuit who lived off the land. That might explain why it's affected them as it has. We
Yes.
must get rid of these tainted preserves. From now on, we eat only what we hunt.
Remarkable, Commander. You may just have saved Suluk and the Inuit from certain death.
Friends, this Inuksuk, had you lost all hope for me?
We thought you entered the spirit world, Suluk, but your Halmanak shines again.
What's so funny?
For us, man-shaped Inuksuit can be a reminder that someone has passed.
And that their soul is present where they died.
It's like waking up finding your friends, but crossed in ground above your head.
But you are an Anikatut, Suluk, a dead man brought back to life.
If that's so, let's replace this symbol with an Inuksuk that will indicate to our destination.
Ah. Angiraktut, the dead brought back to life. Did I resurrect Suluk? Is this my destiny? Is this the meaning of my dreams?
Very well. I'll leave a message for the rescue party. Gentlemen, empty one of the boats. Suluk and his people have dragged our sorry arses this far. It's time we return the favor.
Good.
Ta-da!
Well, bravo, I guess.
You asked why I brought you here. I'm trying to show you.
Look at that, it's different.
The film reel looks ancient. You sure it's okay to put it up there like that?
What? Like I'm gonna unspool it on the ground? Nah, this way you can see the whole thing.
What whole thing?
The whole story.
Can you stop talking in riddles for 1 minute and tell me what any of this has to do with the terror?
I was building up to that. Jeez, you're ruining the suspense. Remember when I found that tin cylinder in the Inuits? There was a note inside. Here.
What is this? Show and tell? Anyway, I am going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!